What if I told you that you've been trying to change the wrong way your entire life? That every failed diet, every broken promise to yourself, every Monday morning you swore would be different, failed for the same reason. Not because you're weak, not because you lack discipline, but because you've been lied to about how transformation actually works. There's an ancient Japanese system, one that's helped an entire culture live longer, healthier, and with more purpose than almost anywhere else on Earth. And the most unsettling part? You won't even realize you're changing until you've already transformed. Let me paint a picture you'll recognize. January 1st, you're motivated. This time it's different. You're going to lose 30 pounds. You're going to quit scrolling for hours. You're going to finally start that business. So you do what everyone does. You go all in, you overhaul your entire life in 24 hours. New diet, new workout routine, wake up at 5 a.m., cold showers, meditation, journaling, all of it at once. And for 3 days, maybe even a week, you feel unstoppable. Until you don't. One late night at work, one stressful day, one moment of weakness, and suddenly it all comes crashing down. Not just the habit, but your belief in yourself. This is what I call the Western approach to change. The Hollywood transformation, the dramatic before and after. We've been conditioned to believe that change happens through radical action, through willpower, through sheer force of discipline, but here's what neuroscience actually tells us. Your brain is wired to resist massive change. It perceives it as a threat, a disruption to homeostasis, and so it fights back, with cravings, with rationalization, with that voice that whispers, "You can start again tomorrow." The fatal mistake 99% of people make isn't that they don't try hard enough. It's that they try too hard. They sprint when they should be walking. They scream when they should whisper, and their brain shuts them down. Now, let me tell you about a different way. In Japan, there's a word, Kaizen. Kai, meaning change. Zen, meaning good. But it's not about big change. It's about continuous improvement. Small, daily, almost invisible. After World War II, Japan's industries were devastated. Toyota was struggling. They couldn't compete with American manufacturing. Then they discovered something profound. What if, instead of trying to revolutionize everything overnight, they just improved by 1% each day? Not 50%, not 30%, just 1%. One tiny adjustment to the assembly line, one small tweak to the process, one minuscule improvement to quality control, day after day, month after month, year after year. And within decades, Toyota became the most efficient car manufacturer on Earth. But this isn't just about manufacturing. This is about you. The Japanese system isn't built on motivation. It's built on something far more powerful, inevitability. If you improve by just 1% each day, do you know where you'll be in a year? 37 times better, not 365% better, 37 times better. Because improvement compounds. But here's the secret most people miss. 1% is so small your brain doesn't fight it. Want to start running? Don't run 5 miles. Put on your running shoes. That's it. Want to quit sugar? Don't eliminate everything. Replace one soda with water. Want to stop doom scrolling? Don't delete social media. Set a timer for 25 minutes instead of infinite. These changes are so small they feel ridiculous. And that's exactly why they work. But Kaizen is just the foundation. There are 4 other Japanese philosophies that complete this system, and together they form something unbreakable. Let me give you the complete system. 5 ancient Japanese philosophies, each one addressing a different reason why you fail. Pillar number 1, Kaizen, the 1% rule. We've covered this, but let me make it practical. Tomorrow morning, don't try to change your life. Change one thing, by 1%. If you want to read more, read 1 page. If you want to exercise, do 1 push-up. If you want to meditate, Sit still for 1 minute. Your ego will scream that it's not enough. Ignore it, because the goal isn't the push-up. The goal is becoming the kind of person who shows up. The transformation isn't in the action, it's in the identity. Pillar number 2, IKIGAI, your reason for being. IKIGAI.
The intersection of what you love, what you're good at, what the world needs, and what you can be rewarded for.
But here's what matters for breaking bad habits. You need to know why you're changing. And I want to lose weight isn't enough. Why do you want to lose weight? To have energy to play with your children? To prove to yourself you're not broken? To finally feel comfortable in your own skin? That's your ikigai, your true north. And when the days get hard, and they will, that's what pulls you forward. Not discipline, not motivation, purpose. Pillar number 3, WABI-SABI, the beauty of imperfection. WABI-SABI. The Japanese aesthetic that finds beauty in imperfection, in impermanence, in incompleteness. Look at a Japanese tea bowl. It's not perfectly symmetrical, not flawlessly smooth. It's cracked, asymmetrical, unique, and that's what makes it beautiful. You're going to stumble. You're going to have bad days. You're going to eat the cookie, skip the workout, fall back into old patterns, and that's not failure. That's being human. The Western mind says, I broke my streak, I failed, might as well give up. The Japanese mind says, I stumbled. Now I know where the rock is. I'll step over it next time. Your imperfections aren't flaws to fix. They're proof you're trying. Pillar number 4, Hara Hachi Bu, the 80% rule. In Okinawa, Japan, where people live longer than almost anywhere on Earth, they practice Hara Hachi Bu. Eat until you're 80% full. Not stuffed, not deprived, just satisfied. But this isn't just about food. It's about sustainability. If you give 100% every single day, you'll burn out. If you restrict yourself to 0%, you'll binge. But 80%? 80% you can sustain forever. Work out at 80% intensity, you'll keep showing up. Eat 80% clean, you'll never feel restricted. Focus 80% of the time, you'll never feel guilty. This is the secret to longevity in any habit, not perfection, sustainability. Pillar number 5, Gambaru, endure the uncomfortable. And finally, Gambaru, to persist, to endure, to do your best even when it's hard. There's no sugarcoating this. Change is uncomfortable. There will be days when you don't want to show up, when your bed feels warmer than your goals, when the dopamine hit of your phone feels easier than discipline. Gambaru doesn't mean suffer. It means acknowledging that discomfort is temporary, but regret is permanent. You endure the 60 seconds of discomfort so you don't have to endure a lifetime of wondering what if. So let me tell you what happens when you combine these 5 philosophies. Week 1, nothing changes. You do your 1% improvement. You remember your why. You forgive your imperfections. You sustain at 80%. You endure the hard moments. And nothing happens. Week 2, still nothing dramatic. Maybe you've read 14 pages, done 14 push-ups, meditated for 14 minutes total. Your friends don't notice. Your body looks the same. The scale hasn't moved. But something else has changed, something invisible, your identity. You're no longer someone who wants to read. You're a reader. You're no longer someone who should work out. You're an athlete. Month 3, month 6, month 12. You look back and you don't recognize the person you used to be. Not because you white-knuckled your way through suffering, but because you became someone different, 1% at a time. So slowly you didn't even notice, until you did. The scariest part? You won't even realize you're changing until you've already transformed. The Japanese don't believe in overnight transformations. They believe in tea ceremonies that take years to master, in bonsai trees shaped over decades, in calligraphy perfected through a lifetime. They understand something we've forgotten. Real change doesn't happen through force. It happens through patience, through consistency, through grace. You're not broken. You don't need to be fixed. You just need to be watered, 1% at a time. If this spoke to you, if you felt something shift inside, subscribe to this channel. We explore ancient wisdom, modern psychology, and the art of transformation. Not through motivation, but through truth. 1% at a time.